Those two battled back from Achilles injuries together. They went through that process at the same time.
Morgan Bowles, her only event today, the toughest event, the beam. 9.75 at Wasatch, her best. Gets the crowd's attention immediately.
Morgan's artistry on balance beam, her releve, the way she dances, the use of her wrists. I think she really performs beam from her toes all the way through her fingers.
And if you remember, we started this rotation, I said you can either fear the beam or you can dance with it. And you can tell the ones that have dance backgrounds hold on to it.
Yes, and she... Not a cover I think that the judges will readily accept, but just something like that full turn. It's something everyone does, but she makes it look a little bit different. And also that series that she just did. Oh, goodness. So that's a new leap series. This is a pretty new routine composition from her. It was a new series, a new leap series, but pretty sizable wobbles on both of them. Will lead this to be another score the Huskies hope to drop. Diamudi was only a 9.675. Wow, but that was a very clean side aerial. She's going to go right off the end of the beam here on her dismount, a front gainer full on one foot. Watch her wind up here. And college stick the landing, I'll say. Didn't show full complete control before she turned to the judges.
My takeaway is that she battled herself throughout that routine.
Absolutely.
But finally got the stick back under control at the end.
Yep.
And landed it safely.
Yep. Just needs to get the confidence up there, because when she was wobbling on those few skills on the series and on the jump full turn, she wasn't finishing the element with her arms.
Here comes Emma Malabuyo for UCLA, but in the background there, in the street clothes, that's B.J. Doss. And B.J. Doss, one of the most talented choreographers in collegiate gymnastics. And back in the day, she wore a leotard right here at the University of Washington. I talked to B.J. before the meet. I said, what year was that? We both kind of laughed because I'm really not supposed to ask that. But she said, well, I'll tell you this. I graduated high school in 2002, which made me feel bad about myself. And then she said, and you know, I was here, and I said, what were your events? She said, floor and beam. And then she adds, but I wasn't very good. You're a collegiate gymnast.
Yeah.
You're way past not very good at that point.
She battled a ton of injuries.
She's a blast. And every one of these routines has her signature all over it.
This routine is a mix of different Paula Abdul music for Emma Malabuyo. Wow. Nice stick.
Emma's got one of those great faces. When she smiles, you can't help but laugh. It just makes you feel better. Two high scores, 9.9 in Vegas, 9.875 at Wasatch.
Wow. You wouldn't be able to tell by the way she danced out of it, but struggled a little bit on that front layout. Had to bend her legs. Good ring position. When you throw your head back, it should nearly touch your foot to get full credit. This is her hardest pass, a double pike. Well landed. Really fun routine.
Emma Malabuyo.
Like you mentioned, her facial expressions, her artistry, and tumbling like this double pike last pass. Well done. Little bit of flexed feet, but a great job for the Bruins.
Malabuyo's been on beam and floor this year for UCLA, and all four of her scores coming in were 9.875 or better. A smile on the face of new head coach Janelle McDonald. So Navarro, Roberts, and Kilho Wilhelm now to close the beam rotation for Washington, and need to turn it around right here.
Well, she didn't fall. Morgan Bowles had a 9.45, so definitely the score the Huskies will hope to drop. Lana has a very difficult triple series coming up right here.
It was a good event for her last year. 9.8 or better 5 different times, about half the season. She's been even better this year. 9.825 in Vegas.
Watch her take basically the full length of the beam.
All but the last 2 inches right to the cap.
Like Dia, Lana has a new dismount. She'll do the 1.5. For that switch side. Doing the 1.5, she does that on floor for one of her tumbling passes. She does it on vault. She does it on beam. It's hard to do that same skill with such different technique required. So Coach Llewellyn said she really worked on this dismount, the technique to help her find the landing on this round off 1.5. And spots it and just barely sticks for the smallest slide. You did a great job spotting the beam before she made that last half turn.
That was beautiful. She's had a good year, and before she got on the beam, 5 of her 7 scores have been at least 9.8 this year on multiple events. Wraps the toes around the edge.
Check out this 2 back handsprings into the layout. Very clean.
What's wrong with that?
Here's her 1.5 dismount. See, she waits to turn her head around at the end so that she knows exactly where she is. And stoked about that one. Huskies really needed that.
Yeah, she's going to be somebody to watch on a couple different events, but for sure now on beam. She just flashed some real talent right there. As I mentioned, she was pretty good on that event last year, and now a year of experience. Back to the floor. UCLA is number 1 in the country. Excuse me, number 1 in the conference, number 4 in the country. They have 3 gymnasts ranked. Campbell is 3, Childs is 25th, and here's Selena Harris, 18th. That's who UCLA is closing with. 3 of the top 25 in the country.
Watch this full in. Very nicely done.
Behind her.
Yep. This is a compilation of Latinx music, a tribute to her Guatemalan heritage.
Both of her scores 9.9 or better, had a 9.925 to finish second at Wasatch, 9.9 in Vegas. Big air.
Huge double tuck.
Goodness.
It's the landings that really impress me. They're so clean, so confident. This is a fun combination to end. 1.5 to a granny to a stack jump.
That young athlete is dynamic.
It's just incredible. The combination of her tumbling and the dance ability at meet 3. I mean, she's landing and dancing like a seasoned veteran.
I got bad news for the rest of the Pac-12.
Yeah.
She's a freshman.
Yeah. Full in like that. An E element. And this double tuck. Watch her landing. Feet do not move. Show such control. That granny, a little bit off kilter with her hips, but nothing the judges would take a deduction for.
And just to watch her polish that and mature that routine as the year wears on, it's going to be a blast to get to Pac-12. So once again, at the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City, March 18th this year. That's a wonderful day. 4 teams, midday. We take a 2-hour break because I got to keep Gordon from getting angry. Then we come back for 4 at night. Navarro, 9.85. Beautiful score for Navarro. She's just piling up big scores. Here's Hadley Roberts, grad student from Kirkwood, Missouri. And she was at Lindenwood with Jen Llewellyn for the first 3 years, and then came here as a grad student for one more season to squeeze another drop.
This is her first beam routine of the season.
Hold on to it.
You wouldn't be able to tell from that triple series. Her last outing was at the USAG Championships for Lindenwood, where she helped them get 3rd place. But she was really excited to have the opportunity to not be done with gymnastics. She wasn't ready to hang it up. Coach Llewellyn asked her to come out, and she's in the UW grad program for intercollegiate athletics. So that was supposed to be a ring jump where you need to get it 180-degree split and your foot at the height of your head. So that's a risk to being downgraded by the judges. We'll see what they do with the score, but wow, that series and the dismount there was fantastic.
She was an All-American at T2 level at Lindenwood on this event. And like, you just saw her do that side eye. She said, kind of got lost there in the middle.
This is her dismount, that gainer full off the side. Super clean, very well landed. Her last time out, she went 9.825. She has a 9.9 career. She's got it on beam. She just needs to figure out that leap series.
It's fun to watch grad students in all sports because they think it's over. They've done that curtain call on senior day. Some stay at the same school. Most go somewhere else like she does. Finds a new home and that one last year, right? One more chip at the bottom of the bag.
Yep.
You thought you were all done.
And to go from a D2 program to a program like Washington and the different resources in the stage, like being on national television today.
Here comes Childs, dusts it off, 25th in the country on this event.
And she learned this routine about 3 weeks ago. Not the double layout. She's been doing that forever, as you can tell.
She's got 9.875 and 9.925 this year.
Learning this choreography is a work in progress, BJ Doss said. They're still tweaking, but so impressive based on the intricacy of the dance. And that was a little short on that double tuck. Nice precision on those leaps. The judges packed.
There's no wasted steps.
There's nothing stopping, and there's sort of her signature dive roll. Close with a double pike. Very well landed. And I gotta tell you, after vault, she limped out of here. She was sort of limping around in warm-up, and she just nailed that routine. What a gamer.
I'm glad you brought that back up. I'd forgotten because she doesn't show it. Then she did go behind the curtain up the tunnel because she was in some pain. And comes back and puts this performance together.
Yeah, and that double layout, I mean, it's just fantastic. She can add a full twist to it. She did it in warm-ups today. And that double pike, that's how she ends her elite performances. So she truly is not downgrading and just bringing so much joy, so much fun, and high level of difficulty to college gymnastics.
Judges, entertains the crowd, plays with her teammates. She loves it. She loves the spotlight because she can handle it. And if it weren't for that vault, she'd be right in there for the all-around today. But I think it'll just fuel her going to beam. Roberts, 9.7. Skylar Kilhall-William, anchor spot.
She missed the bonus that she wanted from her leap connection.
All Pac-12 first team on the balance beam was an honorable mention All-American on this event last year.
Watch this combination series. She should do a front aerial into a back handspring layout, one of the hardest connections we've done in NCAA. Wow.
Do it better than that?
Absolutely not. So smooth. And actually, in her first 2 meets, she hasn't connected that. She still went 9-9. She's so good.
The flow, it stayed connected, but it didn't feel rushed in any way.
Yep. This is the event where you just really see the details that set her apart. Very nice pitch front.
Yeah, she's putting together a great routine right now. Last year she went 9-9 or better 10 times on the beam.
Just easy. And she didn't have to learn a new dismount with the requirement change, because she always did a side aerial 1.5. It's really hard to get the momentum you need to do a 1.5 out of this side aerial. She typically does it very well. Let's see here. Wow. Hold on.
Boy, if she wasn't on her toes, I was going to say that's got to be a career high. Her all-time best is a 9.925. She's done it multiple times.
That landing was the only thing I think a judge could take. But watch this. The front aerial right into the back handspring layout. You could take a picture at any time in that series and you wouldn't find an error.
It was like watching water roll up one side,
Yep.
turn, and then go back the other way.
And there's this side aerial back
Just
1.5.
on the toes right there.
And, you know, I would call it sick if she had just saluted first before she turned to the judges to really hit it home, but we'll see what they do.
That's got to be a big score, as Giles just put one up as well, 9.95. These are the three: Harris, Giles, and Campbell at the end of this routine. All three ranked in the top 25 in the country for UCLA. There's Campbell, the 21 Pac-12 co-champion. 4 straight and 7 of her last 8 have been 9.95 or better.
You'll hear a lot of Beyonce around NCAA gymnastics, but no one dances to it the way Shea Campbell does. Wow.
Covered a nice little short.
Yep, opens up a little bit early on that difficult full end.
She's number 3 in the country on floor right now.
Very nice leap combo.
She's got perfect twice in her career. Did it twice last year against Davis and against Washington.
Front pass, very well landed. Closes with a double tuck. Super landing. It's worthy of Beyonce. It's worthy of Queen Bee. Not everyone is, but just an incredible floor routine.
It's always the best event of a meet for UCLA, and if you've been in Pauley when they're having that fourth quarter dance party,
Yep.
as Ms. Val used to call it, and it still carries on. The student section is right there in the landing corner.
Yeah, great chest position on that double tuck.
It's going to be wild. They're home next week. Home opener against Oregon State. It'll be a top 20 team.
She's all-American, all-conference, just super on the floor.
So UCLA is rolling right now. Not all the scores are in, but they're going to be deep into the 49s. Got to be near a 49.5 for the Bruins on floor.